don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that.
Oh, great. Yeah, fucking sorry for this, but forgot to open my can before we started.
That's all right. We haven't started.
That really annoying sound you're going to hear,
Was
that's Andy's fault, people.
Yeah.
We're just warning you if you're wearing your earphones.
Listen to this as well.
That's the sound of a man.
Ah, that's me smoking meth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm smoking meth on the podcast. Join the Discord server so you can see me fucking freak out.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to channel his inner Florida man.
Yeah, Spider-Man's the real spider. Oh my god. Ah.
Mm-hmm. No,
Yes.
but Andy has a tendency to make very distinct noises, so it's always interesting to edit. You can tell straight away by the pattern of everything. Like, you can tell his slider, you can tell when he smashed the table, you can tell when he burps and then continues to a sentence, which makes it impossible to eded out.
Hey.
Is that
no,
true?
no, no.
Do I do that?
Yes, no, but the
Do
most
I
beautiful...
burp and continue?
Yes, you do. Like that.
Yeah.
No, the best ones are the arms. You can see them so beautifully just line up like...
It does make editing easier when you can just see straight away, like, just edit that out.
Oh, shit.
But we all
Is
say,
that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever wondered why you sound so good in the episodes? Like, we put in time.
Never.
Oh, God.
I just listen to that shit and I'm like, I'm that good. It's no fucking, no comments on me. Like, you can't hear my lighter. I always watch where my table is. You know, I always make sure my drinks are open.
Always highest quality preparation coming from here.
Or his coughs when it's just like, when he coughs and it's just like black.
Hey, he's prepared because he has at least 6 cans of beer sitting there, I'm sure.
And like 2 packs of cigarettes.
No, it's 1 pack of cigarettes and 2 Red Bulls today.
Oh, damn.
I need the energy. I am low on energy. If I were to drink today, I'd probably be sleeping by the end of like this episode.
Shit, well, hopefully this topic will get you fired up. Because there may be some conspiracies we can head down.
Ooh, nice. What do you got for us?
Well,
You want to say hello?
no. Fuck it.
They know who we
If you
are.
want to hear hello, go listen to another episode. Oh, hello. Welcome.
I guess we should do some shout outs, actually.
All right, we'll do a
Because
shout
remember... Yeah, no, we'll do... Can we do 2? I want to do 2 for a second.
Yeah,
Sure.
can we just... Wait a second. I'm going to turn off the dryer because it's going to stop beeping in a second. And
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, Ali does her womanly duties. Andy will do some
you
shout
want
outs.
to fucking die.
Hey, go. It's all right. I
wanna
like her
die?
angry before I approach her for sex. It's always more fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's, get them while they struggle, I say.
Yep.
Oh, God, that sounds rapey.
Yeah, that kind of did. We don't condone that at
Yeah,
all.
we don't. Not on a Sunday. That's the Lord's Day.
Yep.
You can't, that's in the Bible. Can't rape on a Sunday.
It's true.
I have no idea what's in the Bible.
Don't want to know. I know you can't mix cloth, which is kind of the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So.
There are some serious fucked up shit in there, but like whatever. Oh fuck, Al's back. Still doing shout outs. Okay. So I want to shout out Robert Stephen Booth from the Robots for I podcast because he shot us a text the other week, and I even sent it to you guys. I thought it was very
Very
like
kind.
yeah, very kind. Because to be fair, I haven't heard these guys for about a year now. And like we used to hang out a lot on like TeamSpeaks and shit like that on Discord and all that bullshit. And it sort of like faded away, but now he's sent me a message like, "Hey, I'm up to episode 69." And he was listening to that episode on a ladder, which is, an interesting position to
Safe.
listen to that episode in. Yeah, safe.
Was he having sex?
Yeah.
He may have slipped.
May have. And broke his neck. Yeah. So Robin Stephen Booth and also Jenny. We found a Jenny in our Discord server. We had our very first person join the Discord server, like very first listener. At least I think she's a listener. I don't know who she is.
But what about Mouth? Wasn't he?
We don't know. Mouth never responded.
Mouth never respond. I tried so hard. But hey, for the people wondering, I am planning on harassing Jenny as well. She joined the Discord server. She said, "Hey everyone, this is Jenny. Great to finally be on Discord. I'm 22 from Thailand. I'm a fanboy, sort of shy, which is very cute." And then she said, "Is this server active?" Then Ali said, "Hi Jenny, welcome to the @random server." And then Jenny left, immediately scared by Ali.
Scared him away.
It took you guys, a week and a half to reply.
Yeah,
so how about...
yeah.
Hey,
because that's what normal people do.
We didn't scare him away.
Yeah. But anyway,
thanks though for joining.
Yeah,
other
thanks
people
Jenny
join.
for joining us a little bit. Like, be sure to like. But I did send her a text, so we might get a reply from her during the episode.
True.
Yeah. If it's interesting enough, I might talk about it. We'll see.
Well, let's get into it. Good shout outs. All right. Well, let's get into it. So I said there could be room for conspiracies. There probably is here. This is a thing I kind of am passionate about off the top of my head. I haven't researched a lot because I think it's more like a discussion on how you think. And I'm going to start with something that on the surface sounds like a really great idea. Okay, so let me explain. Let me explain what's happening.
Yeah, okay.
So we all know Apple, right? Our beloved Steve Jobs overlord.
Yeah.
Tim Apple, Tim Cook, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
So last month, I think it was, they came out and said, or actually about 3 weeks ago, that they are going to start putting in measures to combat like child sexual abuse material on your phone and on your Apple devices. So they're going to... And I'm going to explain there's 3 ways that they're planning to sort of combat this, right? So number 1 is messages. So they're going to have on your local device, if you have an iPhone, your iPhone will have software built into it, machine learning software, that will warn children and parents about explicit content being sent to their device.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone tried to send you like a pornographic image, the phone will scan the image, flag, oh, hey, this is like explicit. Are you sure you want to look at this? Okay. This is an opt-in feature, though, so it's not on by default. It's going to come in the iOS 15 update, which I think is at the end of this year. So it's not there yet. It's not yet available, but it's going to be in a couple months.
Yeah.
So it's designed for child accounts when parents have a family account, right? Yeah. So if you're a parent, you have a kid with an iPhone, you can turn this setting on. So if your kid receives a porn, basically.
It's actually a pretty smart idea.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
So what happens, before the image is sent, the software will scan it and it actually blurs out the image if it thinks it could be explicit. If this setting's turned on the phone, of course. It sends the kid a notification like, hey, are you sure you want to open this? It's okay not to open or not to send this as well. So if the kid took a nude, like a 13-year-old to send to their boyfriend.
Sender gets like, are you sure if you want to send your penis to... Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So that gets... And if the kid's 12 or under, or the parent can turn on an option that the parent will also get notified that this warning popped up. That if their kid clicks accept.
Yeah.
So then the parent will get a warning, hey, your kid's looking at porn, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
So it scans the image. The image is not shared with Apple or like any other agency. So it's run locally on the phone.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Well, that's what they say. They say it runs. Apple can. Well, what they say makes sense because all their messages are encrypted in iMessage, so they can't get it.
Look, at this point, I think a lot of people have. I genuinely sent some dick pics to my wife. So whoever is out there, controlling all the servers, then pushing all the boobity boob. You're welcome, motherfucker. Yep. Look at those saggy balls for a second.
Yeah, and so this is aimed for children, right? So you as an adult, you won't have this feature turned on. It's only for like child accounts on a family account plan.
I'll have it turned on just to click that yes button.
Yeah. Or like wives that want to control their husband, like be my husband, and just keep getting notified.
That's actually pretty
give the
good.
Husband the kid account. Like, he's looking at porn again.
You watched what's gonna happen.
No, I mean my wife's okay with porn, but that's actually a good contraceptive against cheating, I think. right?
Yeah.
So let's say you know
But why do
that-
you need something to help you be notified if your husband is cheating on you? If he's cheating on you, dump his fucking ass. Like seriously, like
But he's saying that's when you know.
that's
that they're
the problem though. You don't say like, oh, I'm planning on cheating today, you know, and then go fuck a
still
fucking
that.
dog.
No,
you know.
no. Okay, we'll continue. So the other options, because this is 1 out of 3, you were saying.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Andy's explaining why it could be good.
No,
to stop.
it's not good.
That's
I
your
revoke
opinion.
his answer. Not
Okay,
good.
look, ladies and gentlemen, this is not related to this episode, but I have an episode idea that these two are going to do a debate, and this is why this type of fuckery. So it's going to happen.
Yeah.
We're going to make it happen one day.
It would be fun to, you know, finally get my word out and like not be
Yeah, because you're the most
rudely
quiet out
interrupted.
of all of them.
Just to prove his fucking point. She just has to. All right. children,
Andy's
all right.
giving out dicky energy. I just have to smack him on the face.
Yeah,
a
well,
little
you know
bit.
what? If you buy an iPhone, you can click no and not accept his
Yeah,
dick energy.
yeah. There you go. See, another great
Problem solved.
invention from Apple.
Yeah.
Well, I have to be a dickhead to buy a fucking Apple to begin with, but sure.
Yeah, sure. That's true. But but yeah, so as I said, Apple says they can't read any of the messages. They don't see anything because it's all encrypted, so they can't access them. So it's all run locally on the device.
Allegedly.
So that's in the messaging, the iMessage part. Then they have iCloud Photos. So anyone who has a phone, an iPhone, knows about iCloud, right? It's like cloud storage for you, where you can put your pictures.
Yeah.
Before any image is going to be stored in iCloud. And it's just showing fucking dick
No,
pics.
I'm not. No, don't say it.
Whoa, I didn't give my consent. Apple, where are you?
Ali,
I wasn't looking.
yeah, Ali wasn't looking. She wouldn't have never known. God damn it.
I saw you flip your phone or something. But I was like,
Shows how much
even if
attention
you're
she
showing
pays.
something I don't want to see.
But yeah, so
All right.
any image in this forthcoming update, they don't have a release date on this, but it's probably at the end of this year. And what they're doing is they are linked to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children and other child safety organizations. And they have like a database of like missing children, like pictures of like child abuse material, basically. And what they've done is they've made a thing called a hash. So they've gone over each image. So each image has a unique ID.
Yeah.
And then the same software on your phone, when you go to upload anything to your iCloud Photos, which is the cloud storage, the phone will scan it and see if the hash numbers match to flag like, oh, this person has an illegal picture of like some kid. We're gonna like report them to the authorities.
Yeah, so for example, if, let's say, usually a lot of things that happen is teenage girls sends pictures to a person, explicit for pictures, or they get blackmailed to send pictures, and then these pictures circulate around. So people that have the image on the photo, it would register to this cloud-based thingy, so the photo wouldn't be spread around more, basically.
No. So this national center, like they have like they have pictures, I guess, that they've taken when they've found like, say, child pornography. So they have like copy of that image.
Yeah.
So what Apple has access to that database, and for each one of those images, they made a unique hash,
Yes.
which is like an ID for each picture.
Yeah.
So what this machine learning does is it scans the picture that you're about to upload from your phone.
Yes.
And if it matches the same hash as the picture in that database, then they will contact the authorities and be like, hey, this person has...
Yeah, that's basically what I
there's
meant.
one step before that. It gets reviewed by a human,
And then
then they refer it on.
Yeah, so for example, if, let's say, there was revenge porn out there.
Yep.
And then someone sends it to you, and you upload it to the cloud, and it's notified to be revenge porn, and they already have it in the system,
Yeah,
the base.
if it's a revenge porn of a minor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
but
a
yeah.
16-year-old or something.
But I'm talking, mostly minors, yeah.
Yep.
Wait,
So obviously then
hold
that
on.
would...
Revenge porn?
Oh my god. Do you have to be such a boomer?
What?
You don't know what
God.
revenge porn is?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Continue the podcast. I'll
No,
fucking
but
look it
revenge
up
porn
myself.
is when
Revenge
let's say
porn,
me and
Google.
Alex are together. Okay, Vicky has your dick pics, and then Vicky and you break
Sends
up,
it down.
and then
Okay,
she
I didn't
sends it, that's a crime. And
Google
obviously,
did it in one sentence.
yeah, whatever.
course
It's
they
the
did.
same fucking thing. I was just trying to dumb it down for you
Yeah,
because
I
apparently,
know. I know.
yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm
So
a boomer.
it's
I'm
a
old.
crime,
But yeah,
and it's even worse if it's a minor.
of course.
Is
It's a
that
double
actually? Is
crime.
that? Yeah, but is that actually like? Is that a fucking thing?
Oh my!
Yeah, it's a
fucking-
very big
yeah,
problem.
it's a very big thing.
Yeah.
Well, excuse
I'm
me
sorry,
that I
you
don't
have
have
children.
my.
How the fuck do you not know about this?
I don't take pictures of their dicks.
But I'm just saying,
Well,
you.
thanks to the At Random podcast, now we knows about it. That's why I hope more people out here now they know about it.
Oh my
Don't do
God.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good information source. This.
Yeah. So
And especially for like minor girls, like when you get on the internet, you meet people and you're
yeah,
stupid
but you've
and you're
explained
young.
that. Get on with you're explaining
But
what
I'm
I'm
just
trying to
saying
explain
that
to you.
he needs to fucking be
Yeah, but
fucking
this-
mindful
it's
because
not
he
about
has a
revenge
young
porn.
girl
Let's
at home.
come back to reality.
Okay.
So you
Well,
were
revenge
explaining how
porn
you
is-
think it works.
Yeah, but basically that. So then it would be scanned and you couldn't upload the fucking picture. It would get reviewed by a person and then sent to the authorities.
Yeah, assuming like this has already ended up in this database before.
Uh-huh.
If it's a brand new picture, it won't.
Obviously it's hard, but sure.
Like, excuse me, but will these people be like? Will they be like screened before they get this job? Because like this seems like a dream job for a fucking pedophile.
That was one of my questions to you guys because
Yeah.
So what happens? The system will flag it if it matches, right? If this hash
Yeah.
match, because the hash match doesn't mean necessarily it's 100% match. It probably is.
Which probably, you know, there'll be a lot of fucking. There's gonna be a lot of. That person is gonna be fucking sick by the end of the day.
But just
Yeah, I
think,
mean,
just think it like this. If you make it more simple, how many dick pics, butt pics, boob pics do you have on your phone currently?
Currently, I think like 3 maybe.
Yep, so that's 3. That's on average. Well, I would say an average would probably be around, that or.
Or
I don't know.
more
I
if
don't know
you're
where I'm
named
getting with
Ali.
this point.
I don't know where you're going.
But a lot of people have, so then you can try to think how many people actually upload these kind of pictures.
Yeah, but
But-
it's sending it to fuck. If you send it through Messenger, that's uploading, isn't it?
You're sending it to Facebook. You're basically giving it to Zuckerberg.
Yeah, but in this case, it's only if you put it on the iCloud
Yes.
photos, which is linked to your
okay.
like Apple storage, like your
Okay,
Apple Google
yeah.
Drive, basic kind of thing for
Okay.
pictures. But yeah, so they have Apple employees, which is also a thing for me. Like, should it be Apple employees reviewing these images or trained law
Professionals.
enforcement professionals
Yeah, but
reviewing
still,
these
there's
pictures?
there's bad guys in there
There's
too.
bad
I
guys
mean,
everywhere.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
exactly.
like, is it the role of the corporation to police this, or is it the role of the police to police this? Should they just be passing it on? Like, hey, we got this information. We think our system flagged it as this image.
to be
Please
fair,
review it.
I don't think any one person is, because if it's genuinely a good person, he will be fucking sick by the end of the day. I
True.
could promise you that. If it's a bad person, I mean, he'll keep the job longer, but like,
No, but for me, it would come down more to why is this being implemented? Why is Apple? Is this a collaboration between law enforcement and Apple to build sort of a safety net for child pornography, or is it just
That's
Apple?
how they're selling it,
Yeah. Okay.
at
well,
least publicly.
well, in that sense, then the authorities should be in charge of it and actually have professional people that are trained to be exposed to that sort
Well,
of imagery.
To clarify, they haven't really come out and said like we've done this in conjunction with law enforcement, but they're saying we're doing this for the reason to prevent like child exploitative material,
Yeah,
which sure
okay.
is a good thing to prevent.
Well, if it isn't in conjunction, then it's Apple's responsibility, and they need to train people to actually do this because they can't expect their employers to
Yeah, but
be exposed to that.
imagine being that poor fucker.
Yeah, but I'm just saying because
Their job
I'm seeing it
all
obviously
day.
as like through the eyes of
Yeah,
just, I'm a
that job
up and coming HR person, so obviously I try to think of, in that sort of sense, and you would have to fucking train someone or hire.
Oh yeah, I mean they have a lot
professionals.
of like psychological support, you'd imagine as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Things like that. And they probably have some very strict, like, okay, you've seen your 2 pictures for the day, go home.
I think
Like-
I think even places like Pornhub has those.
Yeah, I think they do.
The like some automated fucking thing scans the video firstly, and then it gets flagged for some reason, like woman, fucking dog, whatever, you know, underage girl, whatever. Then it goes to a person. So this guy, woman, whatever that is, that's sitting there has to look at video after video of video after video. YouTube doesn't do this anymore. They quit it. They
There's
stopped.
too many pictures on videos on
But-
YouTube now.
Ever since the cache dump of Pornhub, they started doing it again, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I saw like this small clausule within that fucking dump because I wanted to do an episode on it. Now they're screening videos to even make sure that it's not about even small things like being coaxed into sex.
Yep.
Even that they cannot allow anymore.
Yep.
So there's some shitty ass jobs out there.
true.
I genuinely wouldn't want to be that person.
No,
Genuinely.
definitely not.
Fucking not my cup of tea.
Absolutely not. But yeah, so on top of that, Apple says there's a 1 in 1 trillion chance per year that a photo would be like accidentally flagged when it didn't actually exist, like in the database. That's what they say. That gets debated a bit later on. Just so you know. They do say that if an image was flagged, like let's say your account was flagged, and then obviously because it's reviewed by a person, they should find out pretty quickly, and they also are going to have like a review and appeal process, so you can like, you know, you can challenge them. Because from what I've gathered, if it gets flagged, they like lock your account. And you know, if you have all of your pictures on there and all of your documents and stuff, could be a big problem, especially if it's in error.
Yeah.
Like you take a picture and upload it like of hands that kind of looks like a baby butt or something. Like,
isn't it that one of that carrot or whatever? And
Yeah,
it looks like fucking
Oh,
someone's bending over. Yeah.
Or like Patrick the Star that we once complimented on the show.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that
Starfish.
real sea star with a butt. Yeah.
Yep. But so they said 1 in 1 trillion chance, right? Well, a report in August of this year, so basically straight after they made this announcement, came out, and some developers were like, well, actually, we've already, like, they're using a technology called neural hash, which is just like a machine learning type. So they're using that. And they're like, well, actually, we've already spoofed images, like, using this before. So, like, it is possible. And in theory, like, you could hack someone and then spoof a whole bunch of hashes in their account and get them banned, and or, you know, things like that.
Oh,
Like, so you could, they say you could exploit it. Apple said, no, but we put some Apple secret sauce on top of it. But, you know, as we know, Russians will always find a way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They always find a way to get their bitcoins. What else is there? Okay, yeah. So Apple says this system won't work if you have disabled iCloud photo connection. So if you've disabled like cloud backups, then this doesn't happen.
Who fucking does that? I wonder. Do any of you use the cloud?
no.
Nope.
I've never fucking used it. I think it's such a dangerous
A
fucking
lot of
thing
people
to
do.
just put it in
A
the
lot of people
fucking
do because they don't
stratosphere.
know. Like,
I think that's genuinely more in America than anywhere else.
I think it's just because it's on by default, and most people are just like, oh, whatever. I don't know what this means. Must be good. Tick box. And you're like, yeah, okay, cool. Now Apple's sitting there scanning all of your fucking pictures that you're uploading to the iCloud.
Have you ever heard of this Bluetooth connections with pictures?
Bluetooth pictures?
Yeah. So basically, there's this. I don't know if it's a niche or whatever the fuck it is, but basically, there's people out there that leave their Bluetooth on to connect with strange devices.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because this, like, I don't know what exactly. I wanted to do some research on it because I think it's weird and cool and like exciting, sort of. But so what they do is they look like they just go on the street and they have a picture they want to share, and sometimes it'll be a good looking dick, and sometimes it'll be like a girl sending out a nude, but she hides her phone by changing the name of her phone or whatever, you know. Nobody knows who sent you the picture, but imagine this: you're sitting in an airport, you're sitting in a restaurant, suddenly your phone does pling, and this device wants to connect to you, and you allow it, and there's a picture suddenly popping up on your screen of somebody's ass, or like a cock, or maybe sometimes worse things like gruesome fucking shit. So yeah, there's like a niche out there for people that do this, that just go to public areas and like share
Who
their
the fuck
pictures
accepts a random thing for like
People
someone
just see a pop-up and they just go, oh, whatever, accept. Because they're busy. They're in the
Yeah.
middle of something. They're not paying
I know
attention.
that I've tried to connect to someone's TV here accidentally a few times because I keep forgetting the name of our TV. But then I
Okay,
always
for example,
remember.
Take my mum. Do you think if she got a pop-up on her phone and it said, like, accept, or she would just be like, what is it? Accept. Because she's just going to, I don't know technology. I'm just going to click OK. If you click OK, everything's fine, right?
No.
I'm a very dangerous man around neighbors' printers that use air Wi-Fi or like the wireless connection. Yeah, it's like I'll make a fucking A4 size page full of I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, and just repeat it over, and just send that shit to print it out.
The ghost is back.
They're pretty.
Oh, your poor neighbors. But
Yeah.
it is kind of worrying that though.
Bluetooth speakers are fucking amazing as well. You can find so many Bluetooth speakers out there that you can. I have this one with a gigantic fucking big black woman sitting on a toilet, going like, sitting on a toilet, and that's all it is for like a good minute long. Whenever I found a Bluetooth speaker that isn't playing any fucking music, sitting on a toilet. That's just what you'll hear a couple of seconds after.
You're poor. All right, well, note to self, never live next to Andy. But yeah, so as I was saying, if it doesn't work if you don't have the cloud backups enabled, but it's not clear if they're still scanning your images, but then just not doing the check with the database. It's not clear if they don't do any scanning, or if they still scan them, but then they won't do the database check until you try to upload it.
Mm-hmm.
So make of that what you will.
Yep.
And then last but not least, the third method is with their Siri and their Apple search bullshit. They're making it better and easier to find resources to report like child sex material and abusive material, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But, of course, with anything like this, so on the surface, like, what's your thoughts? Do you think it's... Are you for this? Or, like, do you think Apple and more companies should be doing this? Or
Like, it's a
do you not
good
like it?
idea. Like, obviously, in the sense, because you don't want child pornography or child revenge porn or shit like that to be out there. Obviously, we as decent citizens, not Andy, but sure. Like, obviously, we don't want that out there. But at the same time, it's so easily, like you explained, it's so easily manipulated, and we don't have full control. So it becomes even scarier, because imagine if that, like, cloud base ends up in the wrong hands, like, what could happen then? Then it just gets spread even wider. I don't know. Or the thing where you get banned and you have a bunch of people not being able to access their phone, and I don't know.
I genuinely think there's no use. I think it can be fun for like normal shit, and like as a parent to keep a little in check on what's arriving in your kid's phone, but then you have to ask yourself the question, how long do I do this? Like, for example, my youngest, who is now 12 years old,
Your oldest.
got her first phone. Yeah, my oldest, yeah, sorry. As like she has her first phone, and I was like, okay, so what do we do now? So we installed a couple of like hacking tools that we can see the data that's been sent and forward and back.
Yep.
It's like we don't see the text messages, we don't see anything that's in it, but we see who she is texting. So that's the most important part for us, is like not what she's saying, but like
Who to?
But also in a sense, like, can I ask this obviously for you as a parent? Yes, it is good. I don't disagree with that, because you have a sort of a control. but also in the sense, I don't know, I think of me growing up, just the thought of my parents seeing anything that I would text, even if it was just my friends, would like terrify me.
To be fair, I don't think it's the same thing these days. Like when we were growing up, your
Nah.
fucking
Yeah.
phone was like, it would take a week to download a fucking picture.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
Yeah.
when Andy
Like-
said the Bluetooth. I was thinking that, like, back in the day, you know, when you would put the phones next to each other and send over a song or a picture,
Yeah.
so you would have to sit there for like 3 minutes and wait for this, like,
Yeah.
connecting.
Yeah, no, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not the same these days. Is that they have a bit more.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
options.
So like with her, I'm gonna do this for about 4 years. What that 4 years means to me, and I think I have a very healthy way of looking at this, is those 4 years are just a buffer zone where I, as a parent, decide is my child responsible enough to handle this device within the ages that she's using it. If, for example, for a year straight, she's doing a bang up job, she's texting her friend, she calls us, and that's pretty much it. You know, she's on TikTok a little bit here, and that's like all that happens is like, you know, no Snapchat, no weird fucking shit.
But TikTok's fucked up, you know that, right?
Oh, yeah, TikTok's fucked up, yeah, but like I've seen her feed. Her feed isn't fucked up. I mean, at the end of the day. But the thing is, so she's on those apps, like the popular apps that everybody's using and shit like that, but like no weird shit. No Snapchat and all that bullshit. So these 4 years I use as a buffer to know how responsible she is. If she is within those 4 years between the ages of 12 and 16, she doesn't do well, or she does weird shit, or there's some sort of problem,
You take
it's
it
easy
away.
for me to take. Yeah, you just take it away. and
But so say
"Look,
she's done a bang up job for 3 years and now she's turning 16 and she starts fucking up because she's a teenager and starts
yeah,
being a bit exclusive. You're just going to take the phone away from her when she's 16?
do you genuinely think I'll still give a shit after 3 years of responsible behavior?
Well, I'm asking you.
No, of course not. You don't take the phone away at 16, because that's when she'll start to learn that to some sort of actions there are consequences. And I'm not going to be there all the time to protect her. She's going to have to learn it sooner or later. Look, when I was working in the video store, I heard these kids that looked like 12, 13 years old literally say, "Oh, did you see this girl? She has huge fucking tits. I've asked her for pictures of it." It's 12, 13 years old. They just get younger while they're doing it. So why should I be worried? I'm aware of it. It's not like it's a surprise. So I know that pretty soon, one of these days, she's going to get a dick pic.
Yeah.
Like, good on her. I hope it's a big one.
yeah, you
know?
just don't want to see that she's like, I don't know, texting the neighbor really regularly or some weird shit like that, right?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
you're like,
yeah, yeah.
why
If
are you
it's- if-
texting?
If it's a kid her age, I do not give a shit.
Oh, like, let's
I
say,
mean,
I don't know, the husband or something. And you're like,
Yeah.
that doesn't make
That's
sense.
fair
Why are you
enough.
texting this?
I don't know.
but I
That's
swear
the
to God,
thing.
I swear to God, if it lose
Fu-
my shit,
why did I
I'm
even
gonna
fucking let you continue that
We're
fucking
done
sentence?
here.
That's fucking it.
That's just a beep. There's a big old beep.
That's a big old beep for a couple of minutes.
All right, well, back on track. So what I'm getting here is from Ali, good idea, but not sure. From Andy, I think you're like, at least on the messaging thing, is a cool feature.
Yeah. I think there's something there for parents. I don't think with the whole pedophilia thing, to be honest, like let's look at pedophilia for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Will these guys not find another way to get their pornography? It's the only question I'm going to ask. I'm going to stop there. Pfft, they'll find a way.
Yeah, well, especially when they came out and told them in public, like, "Hey, we're
yeah.
going to do
Of course.
exactly this. So if you're a dumbass, we'll catch you."
Yeah, but imagine the repercussion if they didn't say anything. Like the entire world would be like, "Oh, you didn't fucking say that. This was on my fucking phone, and I'm being tracked, and 5G is gonna explode my fucking mind."
But that's kind of where we're heading now, because
Yeah,
although in theory, like, I think some of these ideas, at least they sound very like noble and good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's actually a lot of people very upset and pissed at Apple about this. And so there's actually a lot of like security and privacy experts, a lot of like governmental watchdogs and privacy advocates are really concerned because they said, although for now, like the scope is very narrow, very limited, right? Like they've put very strict, like we're not going to look at any of the pictures. It's all running on your own device. Nothing connects to the cloud.
Wait, but just to be very sure about this, all this is an option, right? It's not like you have to use it. It's optional.
The iCloud thing is, I guess, optional in the sense that if you just don't use their cloud, then yeah, I guess it's optional.
Yeah, but you can turn it on and off.
True, but they never said that they wouldn't scan your picture even if you didn't upload it. They just won't check with the database. They never said they won't scan it at all.
Well, that changes some.
Yeah. To be fair, they never said that they do scan it either, but they never said, like, we won't scan it even if you don't upload. They just said we won't check with the database.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So there is that. I think the message thing, that is opt-in, and that's only for, like, children accounts. So I think that sounds like a reasonable feature. I don't think that's... But the big problem seems to be this picture scanning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we all know Edward Snowden, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Guy leaked all the NSA information's now like hiding out somewhere in a fucking bunker or wherever he is. He wrote the following tweet as soon as this news broke. No matter how well intentioned, Apple is rolling out mass surveillance to the entire world with this. Make no mistake, if they can scan for kiddie porn today, they can scan for anything tomorrow.
That is absolutely fucking true.
It is true.
He ain't wrong.
No, he's not wrong. And the Electronic Frontier Foundation, which is like a non-profit like foundation that advocates for like people's digital privacy, and a Johns Hopkins cryptography professor, Matthew Green, explained how this potentially could be misused based on the system that Apple is using.
Yeah.
So they said a number of people pointed out that scanning technologies are effectively, although somewhat limited, mass surveillance tools, not dissimilar to the tools used by repressive regimes. Repressive regimes have deployed, just turned to different purposes. So basically saying that, today they're scanning for child porn, but tomorrow they could be, if they're in China and the Chinese Communist Party says we want to capture all anti-CCP memes. Maybe next year they start scanning your phones for memes about anti-Chinese Communist Party, and all of a sudden you end up in a Chinese labor camp.
Yeah.
Who
or
knows?
Everyone that has Winnie the Pooh memes on their phone.
Yeah, anyone that has Winnie the Pooh, so they're a bit worried about where this could lead. And Apple also recently confirmed that it's been scanning iCloud emails using image matching technology since 2019. So for 2 years now, they've been scanning your emails because the iCloud emails are not encrypted, so therefore they can read them. They're just
That's
plain
actually
text.
a good thing for us because we do load up to our drive. We put our podcasts up in the drive, in the Google Drive. So maybe Google employees are the first one to hear the At Random podcast shows.
Hey, how you doing?
Unedited.
Yeah.
So they can hear the bubs and the talking and all that fun stuff.
We're onto them. Oh yeah, and to be clear, so similar services like Google Drive, Dropbox, Microsoft OneDrive, and I think Facebook has some shit, some cloud thing. They also scan images that get uploaded.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean,
which makes sense. But they're not checking with any database. They just scan them.
at this point, is anybody surprised about that?
No.
Like seriously, genuinely.
How do you think you get that 15 gigabytes for free?
Yeah.
It ain't for free.
Exactly. Yeah.
It ain't for
It's
free.
like everything. It's the whole thing, and it comes back to, like, for example, my point with the vaccination, where people are like, "Are they putting chips in us?" And it's like, no, you're walking around with it freely by your own will in your hand. Like, that's how they control you. Like, I don't get why you're scared.
You know what? People that are scared of the government knowing everything about them, in my opinion, are fucking idiots. Facebook, Google, Amazon, and Apple and Microsoft know more about you than you know about yourself.
Yup.
Because this fucking device in our hands, the thing we're recording on right now, they track everything. They put you in buckets.
I'm gonna call bullshit.
Nah, man,
you're so stupid.
Dude,
like, seriously.
I've seen.
I'm
I
gonna
work with
call
their
bullshit
marketing
on
data,
that
man.
one.
I know
I'm
what
gonna
they have.
call
Why is it
bullshit on
bullshit?
that one. because every time I go on Pornhub, it's still suggested that I speak French instead of Dutch.
Yeah, but that's
It's
Pornhub.
like, how many times do I have to fucking click Dutch before they realize that I do not speak fucking French? I don't want to hear a woman moan, oh, oui. I want to hear say, fuck yeah, Danny.
Oh, oui, oui, magique baguette. Oh, mon ami.
Like, seriously, if Google was that good, like, get your facts straight, Google. You know I like that tentacle porn with a fucking Dutch subtitle, not French. Fuck you.
They're playing dumb. They know so much about people. It is insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like just on your
Yeah.
habits, where you click on the websites, what you look at,
Yeah.
the time of days you look at shit.
Yep.
Actually, to tell you a little something that you might not know, it's they do not watch how frequently you click, as opposed to how much you don't click. They actually monitor your
Andy,
unresponsiveness.
you know that Alex does this for a living.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone would know, it would be him.
No, but they are very interested in
Yeah.
what you're not clicking.
But they
and
also
why.
know why they click
Yeah.
and how many times they click.
Yeah.
It's not how you. It's actually how it goes across your screen as well.
Yeah, they
like
use
it's the whole fucking. People don't realize it, but it's not just you click the link and it's exactly like how you move towards it and all that
how
fucking
long
bullshit.
you stay on a commercial, how many,
It's
like if
it's
you
called
replay it.
pixel.
Yeah.
It's called pixel tracking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They what they do is they take a screen capture. In some countries, this is becoming illegal now. But they have software that, like on the website, it's in the website. It records like where your mouse pointer is at any time, or your finger on your phone, where you're scrolling, where you're pressing, how
Yep.
many seconds it took you to get like here to here and there to there. It's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They know all these habits.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're
Yep.
scared about the government, like this corporation has way more information on your day
Yeah, but
to day.
you never have to be scared of the government because the government is controlled by these companies. You have to be scared of the companies to begin with.
But
Yeah.
where we have to be scared is this other point that these people raise is like, yeah, what happens when the governments start coming now to Apple saying, oh, well, hey, you're scanning for child porn. How about you scan for, I don't know, maybe we want to catch people that are like anti our government or anti this, or we want to start scanning, I don't know, we're in Russia, we don't like LGBTQI people, so let's start, hey, does that look like something we can arrest people for and things like that?
Well, you're from Australia. You know they're doing that in Australia right now with the fucking intense lockdowns and shit. They're
They're contact
hunting down
tracing.
people who are they're not contact tracing. They're hunting down people who are spreading false agenda on Facebook and shit like that.
Mhm. Yep, misinformation.
Wasn't there the
I
case
mean-
recently with the whole in the UK after they lost their the Euro Cup or whatever the fuck it's called, the football fucking
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Euro.
they are actually, what do you call it? Fucking, I'm losing all my words all of a sudden.
Oh, they're pressing charges.
Yes,
oh,
yes,
yeah, right.
they're pressing
yeah, 'cause-
charges against people that were tweeting racist stuff against the players that lost the shots. In
Because was it the 3 African
three
descendant
non-white person POC.
took the last 3 penalties or something and they missed,
Yeah.
I think. So then in the UK, they got a whole bunch of racial hate. So now the police and the FFA or whatever they are, like
Yeah.
pressing charges.
And they're
Which is good.
actually
That's what they
working
should
with
be doing.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like also that is also for a good thing, but that could also easily be turned around. And where this, in that example, for example, where does, like, not I am against all racism. I'm not a racist person. What I'm trying to say, where do you blur the line with free speech? Also,
Well, I mean, the thing
but
is,
Twitter isn't a free
no,
speech
but
country
idiots
as
out
well.
there think that free speech just means you can say what the fuck you want for your consequence. That's not free speech. Free speech stops as soon as your right to free speech impinges on someone else's right to free speech and to express themselves. That's why you can't make racist comments.
Can we just stop it? Fucking stop. Like, I hate the fact, like, the whole fucking generalization. Look, I mean, God, I fucking hate these discussions, man. I fucking hate them. No, genuinely, they irritate the shit out of me. Because when I say something funny about a black guy, right? I love fucking black guys. I've had like good fucking evenings spent in these family homes with people who have unfortunately fucking less than I have, and they're fucking nicer than most white people families I go to. But like genuinely I am not scared to say bad shit about black people because I fucking do not give a shit. That's what it boils down to. If you are offended by that, then just say like, hey, I'm offended. Then I'll shut the fuck up, right? But if you go on generalization and like these whole fucking free speech bullshit fucking... Free speech stops where violence begins. Mm-hmm. That's it. Mm-hmm. But you cannot attack somebody for having a certain opinion. For example, if I were to be racist, right? Mm. And I would say like every black guy is an N-word, right? And you as a black person do not agree with that, then either fuck off or hit me in the fucking face. Be a fucking human being, put me in my place, or fuck off. Don't bitch and moan about everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Whether they're wrong or not, they are entitled to it. That's what being human... If we don't have that anymore, we're fucking robots. That's all we are. We get up at 6 a.m., we go to work, go home, we say our racial shit on Facebook, and then we go to bed to do it all over again the next day. That's what it all is, but when you fucking stop this fucking bullshit of free speech, there is no such thing as free speech. What I say might offend you. Period. That's it. And if it offends you, then fucking fine. Fuck off. Or hit me in the face. Do whatever. But accept the repercussions to your actions because I'm prepared to. If everybody would look at it that way, instead of bullshitting about what I should say and what I shouldn't...
that people that say it, they don't expect a negative response to it. Because they think that they're right. That is the argument.
Yeah, but why should there be a fucking... a point system in what is racist and what is not?
Racism
because that's
is
what you're making. That's what you're making when you're talking about free speech. Is you're making like, oh, if you say the N-word, that's a 10. You can't say that. That's 10 points fucking... But if you say like, oh, all black guys eat chicken, oh, that's just a 1 because everybody's laughing. It doesn't work like that. Everybody's gonna say racist fucking shit. Leave the conversation or put them in their place. And they'll have the retaliation of like saying whatever they want or hit you in the fucking face. But be human about it. I hate the whole fucking free speech thing. I hate it. I fucking hate it. I genuinely fucking hate it.
But
because it's bullshit. It doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
And
also the fact that I don't know, I won't go into that.
No, let's not go there.
Let's just say there's a certain place on Earth where, of all places, they believe that freedom of speech is just like you could do what the fuck you want and yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll move on to the very last point that I have here on this topic for today. Mm-hmm. Is on August 19th. Was that 10 days ago, this time of recording? More than 90 policy and rights groups published an open letter to Apple urging them to abandon these plans. And they said the following. Though these capabilities are intended to protect children and to reduce the spread of child sex abuse material, we are concerned that they will be used to censor protected speech, threaten the privacy and security of people around the world, and have disastrous consequences for many children. So that was their counterpoint to Apple, that by doing this, you're sort of opening Pandora's box, I guess, is what I read into it. You know, like it starts here, like Edward Snowden said, you know, but where does it end? When China comes to you and says, we want to catch all the anti-communist people and throw them in a labor camp, can you make that happen? Because, I mean, Apple makes so much money in China, you think they're going to say no? And then China says, well, fuck off out of China?
Since you work in that area, is like how much of the internet would you say, in percentage-wise, is being controlled?
70-80%. I mean, really, there's like 5 companies. Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Facebook. And like between the 5 of them, they probably run... I mean, I think it's something like AWS, which is Amazon's cloud computing, which is the world's biggest. Mm-hmm. They run... It's some absurd amount of websites run on that. It's like 7% or something of the world's all web servers in the entire internet run on AWS, for example.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
And that's like most of the big ones, right? It's not like fucking my shitty blog.
So can I just ask, and this might sound like how much do you think is like? Nah, it's good. Fucking, it's gone. Let's just leave it.
I think we can leave
My
it like
train of
this.
thought,
The issue that I have with this, above anything, is just how useless governments are. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, those 5 companies I just named have like more power than basically any government, and the governments have done nothing to stop them from getting to how powerful they are now.
But I don't even think the buck stops there, because then if you go even higher up, if you go back to the fucking money episode, remember the Rockefeller the Rockefellers.
Yep.
There's something called the Rockefeller Foundation. I'd love to look up all these fucking companies and see which ones are actually backed up by either the Rockefellers. What are the other one, like the Mr. Burns looking motherfucker? Rothschilds, yeah. So like, you know, there's so many. The Stone Project Group, I think, is one of them as well, or like the Stone fucking something bullshit. I can't remember. But like, it's all over the fucking world. These big giant fucking companies are then backing these what we think are the multi-millionaires. They're not even a fingertip of whatever the fuck is out there to be made.
Isn't the estimation that the Rothschilds are worth as a family over $1 trillion? $1 trillion.
Yeah.
That's like more than the GDP of like half of the world's nations.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you one thing: like, snort a fucking kilo of coke every day, still not a dent in it.
Yep. No, it's fucking insane.
It's a great existence.
It would be, but yeah.
But that's the thing. That's what I was saying. Like, you know, you have these big fucking companies just fucking backing everything up. If you think you have genuine fucking freedom online right now, like even with these implementations that Apple's wants to do, is it really gonna do something? I mean,
well, the thing for me as well is it's like, is this honestly that big of an issue? Like, I'm not saying it's not a big issue, but like, how many people in the world use Apple products every day? I don't know, 1 billion? I don't know, hundreds of millions. So to capture those, like that small, like fraction of a percentage of people out there, which is what it would be, who are actually sending this explicit material, you're going to track everybody.
So how do you feel then? How do you feel then about keyword searches? Because there is something implemented within like Facebook Messenger. I think WhatsApp has it as well. Instagram has it. Like, there's a lot of big fucking apps out there that has this. When you send a message to somebody with certain keywords in it that are lined up. So I don't get why they don't use that more. I don't mind, because I'll probably never say I will never say something along the lines of, I'm gonna kidnap a kid today, you know, or let's kidnap that kid. The van is standing ready in front of my door, you know. I'll never use that fucking line, but I think that's a great way of searching without, and then you'll be able to do something good, because you'll be able to prevent something before it's happening. I mean, if a picture is sent and all they have to do is press yes, I mean, to be fair, if I were single and I'm a bisexual guy and I see the outline of a dick in some blurry picture and it says, "Do you want to accept?" I'll fucking smack my face against that phone to type yes.
No, but for example, what you say with the keywords and messages and stuff, like I think it's rarely that they would actually, because they're also aware that these keywords would flag them. Like, if you're talking, let's say, a professional.
Some people are pretty fucking
yes,
dumb,
some people are super, but
honest.
let's say, obviously, if you, to get it, because what you were saying, you're going to catch a certain percentage. You're going to catch the super people that do it. That is not the people that you should actually try to go after. You should go after these fucking leaks that do this that
and
are
not just that,
professional
the
and know
peop-
about it.
Yeah, the people that are really running this shit. Like, I mean, for
Those are
one,
the ones.
they're going like through the Tor network, like the dark web, right? I
Yeah.
mean, they're not going on fucking Messenger or
Yeah,
on
but that's what I mean. It's
iMessage.
like instead focus your fucking research there, if anything, like and put in money to try to somewhat stop it there.
Look, I wholeheartedly, personally believe the end game of this with Apple is to just train their image
Yes.
recognition, and this is a really easy win, right? You say, oh, it's for children's protection.
Yeah, because
goes,
no one's
"Yay."
gonna say, oh,
Yeah.
that's
Well
stupid.
done, Apple. But then in 3 years' time, when they're scanning everything,
Yeah.
your emails, your text messages, then they know everything. Where does it stop?
Where do we go then? Where do we go where it's safe?
Well, essentially, like my point, what I
Nowhere
also wanted
safe.
to say, it's like I think as a society, as the humankind, we should either decide, do we want to see what fucking technology take us, or should we just say no more? Stop.
No, I think the issue is,
Well, if we were to stop now, we would die.
Yeah.
We would die out.
oh yeah.
We're gonna die out any
That's the
fucking
problem.
way, so who the fuck cares?
No, but
don't
I
care.
think that the biggest...
No, that's not right. I mean, if we follow Elon Musk and start colonizing planets, we might not die out.
maybe
I
not.
mean, it's a genuine like he made a robot. That robot's gonna fucking build structures for us to live on Mars and
I mean,
shit
it
like
looks
that. So
terrible, but it might in
it
100
doesn't
years
give
be
a
better.
I don't give a shit of what it looks. I'm interested in what it does. But that's the thing. I think we've gotten to the point, if we stopped producing technology and new technology and stopped, because we said this in other podcasts, we see technology as something separate from nature, but it's one and the same thing. We still use metals from the planet Earth, like the copper wires are still fabricated with everything we find on our planet.
And humans still came up with the idea, so it's the same thing as a bird working out. I don't know. Oh,
It's
make
just
a nest out of
nature,
this.
but it's still nature, but it's evolving in some way. So like I'd say let it evolve. If it kills it, it kills us. But if we stop making it, we're sure to be dying out.
Ali's making a
so-
sourpuss face. What?
I don't know. I just don't care. This is the reality we live in. We are controlled. We're gonna be even more controlled.
The thing
Might
is,
as well
it
just
shouldn't-
fucking take some pills, go to sleep, and just.
But the thing is, it shouldn't be this bad. The reason I think it's this bad, right, is like technology. If you think like the last like our lifetimes, right, say like 30 years from when we were fucking born till now. I mean, this phone in my hand has more power in it than a PlayStation 3. Like that doesn't sound that impressive. That's like a 12-year-old gaming console. But like, come on, people. This is a fucking phone that comes with a screen, with a camera. A tiny little fucking chip is more powerful than a huge console from only like 12 years ago. And the problem is the law has not kept up with the pace that technology has evolved, right? Especially with the rise of the internet. And now we're paying the consequence because basically 4 or 5 companies now run the whole fucking world because they have so much money and so many resources that you can't compete with these people.
Yeah, but wait, it's not done yet, buddy. Wait until AI hits the fucking shelves.
I mean, it already is.
I mean, no, but serious. I'm not talking about like your bread toaster that tells you good morning, sort of AI fucking bullshit. I'm talking about genuine
like
fucking
Detroit Become Human
artificial
type shit.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about that. Because the reason why they make this and how they program these things is to learn. So to eventually become, and Elon Musk is a great, I think the scientific community should listen to him more because he's genuinely saying, hey guys, let's just implement a point where they stop learning. Because that's what AI does. It continues learning, and at the end of the road, it's gonna spin out of fucking control because it'll be like the Age of Ultron. Did you see that one from Marvel?
No.
Or you didn't watch it at
that
all?
one.
Yeah, fucking assholes. All right, well, Age of Ultron is basically a robot that has been created that then says, like, I was created to bring balance back to this planet, and the only way I can bring back balance to this planet is if all humans die. So what Elon Musk is saying is, like, if we do not put a limit on the learning fucking point and let AI surpass that, we humans like to think we're smart because we can create
We will go
these
back to being
things.
apes.
But how fast that is something that remembers everything it fucking saw. Like everything.
Yep.
Like how fucking quickly can that spin out of fucking control?
And to
If it keeps learning and learning and learning and learning and learning and learning, boop, it hits the Albert Einstein level of intellect. And then it just easily surpasses that 10 years further down. Like, of course that's fucking dangerous.
Yep. And to make it worse, the only companies capable enough of making those AIs are Apple, Google, Facebook,
Yeah,
Microsoft. Because all they
exactly.
do, any other new startup in AI, they buy them. They're like, hey, your tech's really cool. Here's $50 billion. Fuck off. If I
Yeah.
made that company, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, $50 billion. Fuck, thank you very much. I'm going to go buy my yacht.
Yeah. Shell, actually, I think it was about 20 years ago. There was this guy here in not too far from here in Belgium that made this engine that ran on water, like pure fucking water. Like you just have a bottle of fucking Contrex or Evian or whatever the fuck you have in your house. Pour that in your engine, and the engine will start to run, and it'll run for a pretty long time too. And that's all it needed was water. So this guy makes it. He applies to patent it, but before the patent comes through, Shell, the oil company, comes in and says like, "Hey, buddy, look, we're very interested in making this fucking engine. Like, we're making cars every fucking day with this and blah 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 blah. So we'll put this engine on the market." And this guy is all right. Well, fucking hold the patent, fucking.
Give me the money.
Yeah, give me the money. And he sold his fucking idea, and it wasn't for that much. It wasn't. I think he even hardly scratched the surface of like a couple of million, because this would have been life changing for everybody if he were to get that patent. Because how Shell and the big corporations work is they become before that they fucking hassle you until they have what they have. They got that fucking engine and made him sign a contract to never talk about what he had, give out all the information, and was never allowed to make another engine like that again.
And then they just
So
chuck
the guy
it in the
was
bin.
basically... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah,
And
they
that's what
did.
happens here with this.
Never heard from
this,
it again.
Like AI discussion.
Yeah.
It's all these big 4 or 5 powerful companies are the only ones that will ever make this AI. And that's why they're going down this route, right? Like it's the fucking, they're opening the gates.
Yeah. But the good thing is that we're learning to accept these things, and like Tokyo now, I think it was last year or beginning of this year, has now allowed to make water-based vehicles that can run on any form of water, even seawater, all that shit. But yeah, so now we're getting to that point where we're starting to accept that it's part of our nature and stuff will be implemented. The thing is that Alex is right in saying, I think we're behind. I think we're
Just a little.
We've missed the dot a little bit, and let's just hope it ends well. And if it doesn't, well, at least you'll have the @random podcast to share the rest of your remaining miserable robot infested days.
We'll be like in Terminator, was it the Resistance, whatever it was, the last somewhat good one they made, Salvation. Just talking on the radio to people like, survivors, stand firm. Here's the @random podcast on some fucking loudspeaker while all the Terminators are walking down the street trying to kill all the humans.
For the 4th time today, episode 69.
Yes. But whatever. That's that. Just a bit of a like I said. I think on the surface it sounds like a really good idea, but when you sort of look into it a bit more, I'm a bit hesitant on if it is actually a good idea or not. To be honest, which I think all of us. That's what I got. I think we're all a bit like but no, but but no, but yeah. So whatever. That was this episode.
Cool.
Yep.
And as always, Ali, what's our Instagram?
Our Instagram is @random.podcast or at.random.podcast.
And on Twitter, we are AT_randompod. And our Discord.
And Discord, we have Jenny, and that's it. And so to join the Discord server, you'll find a link in the description.
We also have Paxu, but unfortunately she was in a meeting, so she couldn't attend the recording today.
Yeah. I sent her a poopy emoji.
Yeah, we expect better of our listeners. It's true.
Yeah.
But that's this episode done. I think next week's Ali's episode.
Wow.
I think. Oh, and yeah, apologies for missing last week. We were just all busy and kind of, life got in the
Yeah.
way. So we'll try to make it up to you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, I've been Alex.
Ellie.
And Andy.
And we'll catch you on the next one. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.